Tonight's high school basketball action is brought to you in part by Martin's Supermarkets, your hometown grocer, and by Teachers Credit Union, not just for teachers.
From the cave at Mishawaka High School, we've got an NIC dandy for you. The final night of regular season play for the NIC, and Mishawaka taking on Adams. We're glad to have it for you. I'm Bob Nagel along with Craig Wallen. Craig, these two teams met earlier in the season, but as all teams do, they've grown, they've gotten better, and now they're a little bit different. They're both very optimistic about the tournament.
Yeah, the new season does begin, Bob, in just a short while, and these two teams will be tuning up here tonight. Some might say, really, what significance is there between a 500 team and a losing team to this week in the season? Well, it's all about momentum and getting these two teams ready, and it is a brand new season just a week away.
Well, one of the great things about our tournament is everybody gets in, so you can go on and teach and coach. Kenny Love is one of the outstanding players in the area. He's been giving Adams a lot during the season. Now he's getting a little bit of help, makes him a little more dangerous.
Yeah, I understand. I've not seen him play, but I understand he is one of the top players in the area. And Bob, according to you, you think he's like one of the top three, so it'll be a thrill to see him tonight, probably against a more balanced Mishawaka team that tends to be very effective on the perimeter as well as down low.
Well, they got a little bit of a veteran team too. Matt Bundesman is a 4-year starter for Mishawaka. Clint Morrow's a senior, is leading the team in scoring. They've got a little bit of size. They're dangerous now. They got a little bit of depth too.
Yeah, they got a good leader in Rob Berger, who does such a great job with his team. Exciting coach to watch on the sidelines.
Well, somebody just jumped out of your pocket, partner. We better get upstairs and show you some key players and keys to win. We'll continue our coverage of Mishawaka and Adams coming up next.
Why should you shop Four Seasons Housing? Because Four Seasons is a factory outlet. That means your manufactured home comes with no middleman markup. You order from Four Seasons Housing and their factory builds it to your specifications, direct from manufacturer to you. Four Seasons Housing also offers in-house financing and all-inclusive packages. You'll also work with a construction coordinator who makes sure you get what you want without a lot of headaches. Before you invest in a manufactured home, see Four Seasons Housing, a factory outlet in Elkhart, Goshen, Niles, and Warsaw.
Welcome back to the Cave here at Mishawaka High School, where the Cavemen take on the Adams Eagles tonight. Key players, first of all, for the Eagles are 6-11, coming in 3-3 in the NIC. Kenny Love is outstanding, 6'2" junior, averaging 17.1 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 43 steals this season. Brandon Hull gets it done inside, 6'5" senior center, 7.5 points a game, 4.2 rebounds. Keys to win for Adams: they have to use their inside strength, get physical in there against the Mishawaka Cavemen. They have to limit the three looks for the Cavemen. If they get hot from the outside, they can run away from you. And they are the Road Warriors, Road Weary Warriors. This is the fourth game in a row on the road. 2 of their last 3 are at home under head coach Pat King. Coach, your teams have met before, and both teams have grown since that experience. What do you expect tonight?
Oh, we sure have. You know, that senior night over here for Mishawaka, and I'm sure they're all pumped up. They've got a lot of seniors. As a matter of fact, I think 6 of their 7 regulars are seniors. So I hope not, but I'm anticipating some of those guys having maybe their best game of the season, and we're going to try to do our best to maybe slow them down a little bit.
What's the key to stopping Mishawaka tonight?
Stop their perimeter game. Start with try to control Bunsman as much as you can, and Joseph's been playing very well, and Donis has had some really good games lately. And make sure the 2 Morrow brothers don't get off here early, because they both can shoot it awfully well.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Mishawaka offers a veteran team here tonight. Matt Bundesman, a 4-year starter, 5'9" senior, averaging 9.3 points per game and 2.4 rebounds and 6 assists per contest. He'll try to get the ball to Clint Morrow, number 22, 6'3" senior, outstanding shooter, 13.6 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and a tenacious defender. Keys to win for Mishawaka: they need to get out to a quick start, get the Cave rocking, knock down some threes would help make that happen. They have to stay with a hot hand, figure out who it is, get him the ball. And the seniors have their last hurrah tonight. This is their last home game in the Mishawaka Gymnasium under head coach Rob Berger. Rob, you handled Adams earlier in the season. They've gotten a little bit better, got some different personnel. How do you approach them tonight?
Well, Adams always plays good in February and heading into the tournament. I think one thing we have to do is we've got to contain Kenny Love, and they've moved the kid up from the JV, so now in Werntz and Hill, they have 3 pretty good three-point shooters, which we're going to have to find.
I know Nate DeFries has gotten healthy, and you've got a couple other kids who stepped up. You're now 7 or 8 deep. It has to be a little more comfortable for you.
Sure, anytime you can rotate more people in there and you're still getting the same consistent play, it's always a positive.
Will there be any attention for Mr. Love tonight?
Yeah, we have to be able to find him. We can't leave him alone very long.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Everyone knows. And in Mishawaka High School, it'll be a battle, an NIC Classic, Mishawaka against Adams. It's coming up next on TV 46.
When you've got a job to do, Big C Lumber's here for you. Big C, your hometown store, has what you're looking for, all the help you need, and so much more. Yeah, hometown service, hometown pride, Big C Lumber. Think big, Big C, Big C.
It's a loan sale at First Source Bank. Get a loan for a great education, the perfect vacation, your dream car, or a cozy addition to your home. First Source has a discount rate on a loan that's right for you. And for a limited time, a special rate on a home equity line of credit. Get a smart loan from First Source with a payment designed to fit your budget. Apply online, over the phone, or stop by a convenient banking center today. Check out the loan sale now at First Source Bank.
At Mishawaka High School, a beautifully redone floor here at Mishawaka. And, well, we're ready to go. Mishawaka and Adams, an outstanding matchup, and I think you're going to see some outstanding individual performances. Kenny Love going to jump it up against Phil Blasco for Mishawaka as the officials make sure the floor is ready for play. Something laying out there from one of the pregame activities. Well, partner Craig Wallen alongside, and partner, you mentioned the records. This point of the season, everybody's qualified for the tournament. You just try to get yourself better in the last couple of games, and while these teams are pretty evenly matched, they both have a little bit more room to get better before the tournament in that final week.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this one, Bob. It is senior night here at Mishawaka, and we're going to have a great halftime with different interviews and things, and just a lot of excitement in the air this evening.
We're looking forward to it. By the way, tonight's instant replays will be brought to you by Teachers Credit Union. Need money, make money, manage money. Stop by your nearest TCU today. For Adams, Booker, Love, Scales, Hill, and Bolden. Mishawaka has Bundesman, Joseph, and Blasco, along with Morrow and Spivey in that starting lineup. And that has been a lineup that's been intact now for quite a while, and certainly back to the holiday tournament. We had a chance to see Mishawaka play a couple times in that holiday tournament. For the sake of 10 more points, Rob Berger tells us, they would have 6 more wins. So it's been a lot of close battles. And with the opening tip-off, we'll throw it over to my partner, Craig Wallen.
All right, Bobby, thank you very much. Adams does control the tip, as we saw Kenny Love control that tip. And Love is the guy we'll be looking at closely here tonight. Love leading this team in scoring at 17.1 points per game. He's only a junior. This Mishawaka team, as Bob mentioned, all seniors. And a very exciting team, needless to say. Mishawaka coming in 500 on the season. And a loose ball regained by Adams. Quickly the shot against the glass will go down. A couple of quick points by Kevin Hill. Hill, a sophomore at 6'1", and Adams on the board first.
Both teams pretty patient early going. You would expect that. They want to see where everybody's playing. Again, the big concern, Pat King, was keeping Mishawaka from getting off to a good start shooting that basketball. And before they get it going on the perimeter, makes their inside game just that much tougher.
Both these teams averaging under 60 points per game, so it's a controlled offense, more or less, for Mishawaka. Turnaround jump shot inside, no good for Blasco. Rebound cleared by Adams, and here come the Eagles. In the JV contest, Mishawaka by 4. An exciting ball game. The 3 attempt rims for Hill, and it comes out to Budwisman. Quickly ahead, Blasco lays off the shot, gives it up to Morrow. Now top of the key, and Mishawaka will set up with Budwisman leading the charge here.
Adams with 4 guys at the free throw line. just below the free throw line and further out, so they know they want to get on that perimeter against Mishawaka.
Mishawaka keeps it on the perimeter. Adams extends that defense. Joseph kicks it out. Now baseline, and a strong move by Morrow. Clint Morrow has his first points. He averages close to 14 a game, and we're tied at 2.
Clint can do that. Good penetrator. Good defender as well.
Love knocks it against the front rim. The putback left-handed shot is good. It counts, and Bolden fouled on the play.
Bolden with a nice foul on the first rebound, or second rebound of the game for Adams.
Morrow picks up his first as we take a look at it here. And there you see the reach in. And the free throw was good. So a 5-2 lead for Adams.
Love what Mishawaka's done with this floor.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Yep, really is.
You add to that the improvement with the lights here recently, and this is a nice place to be. Spivey inside. Spivey honored before the ball game along with his teammates on senior night. Spivey with a couple. It's a 5-4 game. Adams with the ball loose. Picked up nicely on the loose change. It's Blasco. And here come the Cavemen.
First turnover of the ball game.
Mishawaka looking to be the more patient team right now. Finding some good looks, and there's another one. The three-point attempt is off by Morrow. The quick rebound for Adams. Love dishes off into the corner. Another attempt by Hill, and this one is good. Inside the three-point line. So Hill has 4.
Pretty good look.
That was just a step or 2 inside that line. Into the corner. Joseph cut off. Now back up top. Morrow double team. Adams doing a good job cutting off that inside game early. And you've got a couple of players fronting Blasco just about in every possession. And the whistle. The travel is against the Mishawaka Cavemen, and Spivey evidently turns it over. Kind of a late call, but it is a turnover.
Well, Berger didn't think much of that call. Folks, the standard for pizza in Michiana is still Bruno's. Every pizza made from scratch and now available at 5 locations, including the original at 23 and Olive. Bruno's is also at 119 Dixie North and on Edison between Grape and Main. Bruno's, great pizza, as it's always been. And they took on an awesome responsibility tonight. They fed our crew and did a great job. And partner, I know you snuck in there for a couple of slices.
Well, Bob, you know, as a service to our sponsors here on the TV 46 Game of the Week, it's really my duty to check out the pizza, and Bruno's really came up with a good one tonight. Scales misses in the long-range shot. Cavemen come up with it. Neither team getting much offensively on the boards. One shot and out pretty much for each team. Now quickly a move, stripped away. Joseph, the other end, and a quick 2 for Love. Boy, Kenny Love gets down the floor in a hurry. Nice transition for Adams, up by 5.
Nice move by Adonis Joseph, but he didn't protect the ball and it was shipped away as he got to the basket. But man, what a good quick move.
Blasco's shot, no good. Rebound down to Scales. Boy, they are quick on the transition. Adams working the ball. Mitchell, who's in the ball game. Mitchell tries to jam it down low. A loose ball momentarily, but then Bolden gets it back, and he's got 4 points, and it's an 11-4 lead now for Adams.
Tipped away a couple times by Mishawaka, wound up being an entry pass. Got right down to the baseline by the time he got control of it. Good crowd here tonight. It's senior night. Congratulations to all the cheerleaders, band members, players, and everyone who has made this such a special night. Special thanks to the athletic director, John Danaher, for all he's done for, these many years in his final year as athletic director at Mishawaka, and a great host as always.
He's been a great host, and gonna miss you, John. A whistle on Morrow's shot attempt.
Bolden gets the call. That's his team's first. That's Morrow. Gets loose on the baseline, goes straight up, and got a little hand in there. Saw Rob Berger there on the sidelines, former Marion coach. Also spent a little time over at Wawasee before coming back here. Tony Morrow checks into the Mishawaka lineup, number 4. Holding up 4 fingers, said I only want to make 4 3-pointers here in the first half. Tony's got a good long shot. He'll go to him.
Yeah, they may, because they are in a bit of a hole here. Although the free throw made by Morrow makes it an 11-6 ball game. Clint Morrow with a free throw. Bob said Tony Morrow into the ball game, and Adams now with the ball. Inside 2 minutes to play in the first period from the Cave. We're glad you've tuned in. Appreciate your company. Loose ball, and up with it is Budusman. And here come the Cavemen.
Turnovers are even a 2 apiece.
Joseph. Well, again, nothing much happening inside. Mishawaka looking to go down to Blasco. Now into the corner. Now they fire it in. Blasco pulls up inside the free throw line. It's no good. Rebound down to Scales. And Adams has it with 1:10 left to go here in the period.
Adams leading on the boards as well. 5-2 here in the early going.
Let's see if Adams maybe slows it down a little bit. Looking for a good shot with 50 seconds left now in the first period.
Folks, you could pay thousands of dollars going to the dealership, or you could go to European Auto and save. European Auto is located in the corner of Mishawaka Avenue and Cedar Streets in Mishawaka. Call 255-4866 and ask Rick how much you can save. That's 255-8466, European Auto.
Kevin Hill misses on his jump shot from the left side. It's tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. So Mishawaka has it back with 34 seconds left to go here in the first period. And a man is wide open down at the other end, but Adams quickly back on the defense, and what a nice job. You know, Adams does give you a little bit of a luxury at times in getting back, but they are so quick to recover, Bob.
Well, Mishawaka tried to throw it long to Clint Morrow. And I know when his dad was playing tight end at Marion, then at Alabama, he probably would have caught that. A little underthrown. Mishawaka's done a good job here. Well, thank the folks from Schindler Richard Insurance Agency, the oldest insurance agency in Indiana, for sponsoring our game tonight and protecting everything you care about for over 130 years. Located in downtown Mishawaka, Mike and Joe Richard are ready to serve you. Call them today at 255-4784. That's 255-4784. Schindler Richard Insurance Agency.
Well done, Robert. And this first period is history, folks. Mishawaka in a bit of a hole. They'll regroup. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
I just can't believe it. I'm losing my shirt.
Hey, tell me about it. My portfolio lost 30% last year.
I've changed brokers twice.
Mine keeps telling me risk is good.
Mine too. Mine too.
So how do we lose so much money?
I don't know.
Hey, how about some golf? 18 holes, huh?
You got it.
$20 a hole?
$1,000.
Why choose a union electrician? Years of intense learning and in-depth classroom instruction. Thousands of hours of on-the-job training and apprenticeships. And why? So that you can feel secure that your electrical and voice data video project is done right, on time, the first time. Call the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 153. We're making our community brighter.
Tonight's CB46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Martin Supermarkets, with many area locations to serve you. And don't forget the Side Door Deli. And well, you get a good cup of coffee in the morning too, partner, from Martin's. Got everything ready for you. And if you find those yellow arrows and they don't have what you want, let them know. They'll get it for you if it can be gotten. They'll have it at Martin's. Martin's Supermarket's a great supporter of our high school athletes. Appreciate it very much.
Cavemen trailing by 5. 4 points for Bolden, 4 for Hill, for Adams, who have come out here strong in the first period on the Mishawaka Cavemen floor. Joseph. Cross court. Morrow is open. Tony Morrow comes up short. The rebound quickly out to Hull. Well, very impressed, Bob, with Adams. And they just keep the pressure on, don't they? Kenny Love with 2 more. Now you got Love with 4, Hill with 4, and Bolden with 4. And again, that's superb balance. Here we were talking about the Cavemen maybe being a bit more balanced in the pregame, but Adams with a great effort so far.
Trying to win the battle on the boards, limiting Mishawaka to 1 shot.
Joseph penetrates off the Blasco, who has to kick it back out. And a nice 2-pointer for Dennisman is good. His first points averages close to 10 a game.
Absolutely have to have that from the perimeter. It'll open it up inside for Blasco and Nate DeFries, who we'll see probably here in a couple minutes.
Ryan Wirtz in the game. He's got the ball. He's only a sophomore. Good size at 6'2" for the Eagles.
We had some guys move up, and they've had a couple guys move down, but I feel like they've got a good combination here.
Well, I think this Adams program, Bob, is heading in the right direction with JV game. I tell you what, they've got some players on that JV team for the Eagles. Mishawaka winning earlier tonight. They've got a good program coming up as well under head coach Rob Berger.
Doing a nice turnaround here. Just a short period of time.
Oh, nice job by Douglasman. Adams gets it back and denied. 6 minutes to go in the half. Bob with our halftime features, stats and highlights coming up. Now the 3 by Joseph, no good. Officials letting him play. Quickly down to the other end, and the whistle, and Joseph commits the foul as Hill makes the finish on the transition for the Eagles.
And watch it again on the TCU replay. Hull ahead of the play. Was up for the shot, got on the glass first. Wouldn't go in, but he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is on Adonis Joseph, his first, the team's second. Folks, Caldwell Banker and Dennis Harper, the only 2 names you need to know when buying or selling your home in Michiana. With over 15 years of home building and selling experience, Dennis Harper makes buying and selling your home simple and painless. When looking for a new home or wanting to sell your current one, it's Caldwell Banker and Dennis Harper.
Jerron Huddleston checks in for Adams, a 6'3" senior. First free throw made, the second one missed by Hill rather. And it's a 14-8 ball game. 6-point margin. Adams on top. Adams, doesn't matter who they play, they are in a system out there on the floor here tonight that's denying the inside game, and got to be frustrating for Phil Blasco and company.
They're guarding tight on the perimeter. That's dangerous. They can get by you.
Joseph, ball stripped away. Joseph fights for it, and last touched by Mishawaka.
Maury Koka and the crew from Pats want to wish both teams good luck tonight and hope for a great game. Maury knows the key to success is hard work and dedication. Not only does this apply to football and basketball, but also to fine dining. For quality food, great service, and daily lunch specials, stop in at Pat's. It's located on the corner of 4th and Smith in Mishawaka.
6-point game. Adams off the Love, and he connects. Kenny Love with another couple 2-3 points. Right outside the 3-point line. 17-8 now. Adams really spreading the lead.
We'll get an idea how good Love can be. Just a junior. You see him in the weight room.
Over Oberholzer in the game. He misses on the shot. Rebound comes down to Huddleston. And one shot, and Mishawaka back on defense. And now it works. And a three. Boy, those threes are killing Mishawaka right now. Wurtz with the last one. Love had one just a second ago. And it's up to a 20-8 game. Boy, Adams turning it up. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Some kid is starting a pizza company using quality ingredients. I'm so scared.
Some said a better pizza wouldn't catch on.
People love Papa John's.
Using their expensive sauce, they'll never last.
For 17 years, you've helped us prove that better ingredients make a better pizza. And to celebrate our 17th anniversary, we're offering you 2 large, 1-topping pizzas for only $12.99. It's our way of saying thanks to you. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
It's time to get into bed and finally get a great night's sleep on your new bed from Comfort Sleep. We'll make it easy with incredibly low prices, like queen-size Serta mattresses starting at $279, twin mattresses as low as $59, futon frames and mattresses just $69 each piece, and waterbeds from $199. With prices like these, what do you got to lose except more sleep? Comfort Sleep in the Town and Country Shopping Center and not on Grape Road.
Well, going into the game tonight, we would have told you that Mishawaka's got a hit from the perimeter, but it was Wurtz for 3. That put Adams on top, 20-8. And that followed a 3-pointer by Kenny Love, who has that game, knocking it down. And right now, Adams 2 out of 5 from 3-point range. Mishawaka 0 for 4, but partner Mishawaka, like Notre Dame last night, struggling from the perimeter, but they've got that in their game, and they got to get it done.
Well, the tendency now for Mishawaka is to jam it inside. And I think overdoing it a little bit, trying to get it inside to Blasco. A turnover off of Phil's hands. Back to Adams with that 12-point lead and 4 minutes to go here to half.
Kenny Love gets to take Bunderson by himself, but Blasco with a nice shot.
Yep, Blasco using his 6'8" frame.
Pat King called a little ISO play there and worked out well, but Blasco did a great job defensively.
Missed shot. Morrow cutting across the free throw line. Back to Adams.
Folks, you're looking for a friend in the car business? Bennett Motor Company, across from Zolman Tire McKinley. The family-owned Bennett Motor Company has been servicing the Michiana community since 1994 and are proud to be part of the Game of the Week. Bennett Motor Company, stop in. Boy, the way the weather's been, a great idea in the weekend. Get out and look for a new car, huh, partner?
Well, here's Love. Look at this first step. Boom. And trying to hang with him is Budisman. And the personal on Matt, that's his second.
Yeah, if your reaction is that he got a great first step, you're probably in trouble already. Nate DeFries checking in for Mishawaka now as Blasco goes out. Folks, Vintage Homes is proud to be a sponsor of the High School Game of the Week. Remember, whether you are pursuing your dreams on or off the court, teamwork, dedication, follow-up, and service will be your foundation. Vintage Homes prides themselves on quality new home construction and service beyond compare. When you're in need of a quality-built new home, we hope you'll remember Vintage Homes. Give them a call at 299-1919. That's 299-1919.
Love will try it again as he first attempted to get it inbounds to Hull. It was tapped out of bounds.
Found an open guy, didn't he?
Wurtz right at midcourt.
Wurtz a 6'2" sophomore. They're a big young group here, Adams.
Well, to think one of your leaders is only a junior. And Love trying to find Hull along the baseline, and Hull just did step on the line, so a turnover against the Eagles.
That's their third. Mishawaka guilty of 5.
They've been having some problems getting it in. Now they do. Quickly into the front court.
Well, a great vantage point here on top. We can see 2 cavemen open on the left side.
Well, this is what I really love about coming out here. This bird's eye view, tremendous when you look at the play down below. Another turnover. quickly ahead. Boy, nice job by Love to run it down. Now he pulls up. The jump shot is good. The three-pointer, the second of the night for Kenny Love. Love now in double figures with 10, and it's a 23-8 ball game. Only 2 points scored in this period by Mishawaka. Overholds it inside, and the pass to Nate DeFries, who's in there, and a whistle against the Adams Eagles.
Ronnie Huddleston guilty of his first personal foul. Substitutions in now for the Cavemen. Checking back in, Adonis Joseph. And also checking back in. First time in, Andrew Wondrick is in, number 23. Rob Berger wants to stay with a hot hand if he can find him.
And that's the challenge right now.
Get somebody going.
Pat King doing a good job so far with this team in the first half. The visitors with the upper hand. Overholds it, cut off, and a jump ball. Again, some superb defense, and Kenny Love creating the turnover.
Doing it on the defensive end as well, it's Kenny Love. Folks, Squad Second Precinct has daily lunch specials such as Spaghetti Monday, lasagna on Wednesday, fish on Friday, not to mention the infamous Squad Burger, half-pounder wonder of satisfaction. Squad Second Precinct is located at 502 West 6th Street, the corner of 6th and West in Mishawaka. Squadroni family proud to be part of the game of the week and wish good luck to both teams today.
Kenny Love. Lawrence inside, a nice spin move. Great inside positioning by Huddleston. Ron Huddleston now with his first points. The 6'3" senior makes it a 25-8 contest. Unbelievable.
Mishawaka's defense is not playing poorly. They just can't find any offense.
DeFries denied underneath, but a whistle against the Eagles.
And it'll be on Hull, Brandon Hull. That'll be his first, the team's third. Big Nate DeFries. Good to see him healthy again. Football coaches will be looking for him next fall. Just a junior, 6'4". Missed opportunity there. Folks, Marcia McClure and Trust Corp Mortgage would like to wish both squads good luck this season. Think of Marcia for your home financing needs. Marcia McClure simplifies the mortgage experience for you. Trust Corp Mortgage, 271-9400. That's 271-9400. Mortgage made easy with Trust Corp.
Well, who would have thunk it, Bob, with about a minute to go here in the period. Mishawaka having scored just 2 points. And Love tries to drive right with the left-handed shot. And the Eagles get a break. Woodrich with the ball, but he was on the line. So it comes back to Adams with 57 seconds left in the half.
So they finally got Love to take maybe a bad shot. And the result, they got it back.
Missed shot, the putback no good. Another attempt, too strong. And a foul against Adams, and that is a foul on Hull, who attempted the offensive rebound.
Adams with 3 more rebounds in that situation. Nobody blocking the body. Eagles looking like they want that rebound maybe a little bit more at this point of the game. With 47 seconds to go. Mishawaka's in a tough situation, but again, they knocked down a couple of baskets here in the final 43 seconds. Trying to find a hot hand.
Well, Bob, fundamentally, Adams doing everything right here tonight. Mishawaka's game collapsing a bit. Adams, with their quickness and the way that they're playing good, sound, fundamental basketball, going to be very tough. Unless, of course, the Mishawaka Cavemen can find a combination that works, and DeFries off the bench with his first points.
Need a stop here.
Okay, the second field goal scored in the second period for Mishawaka. Love pulls up, jump shot over Joseph is good. Dagger, wow, that is a dagger. Kenny Love at the buzzer. over Joseph. And Love finishes the first half with 13 points.
Well, Pat King and company going to the locker room feeling pretty good, partner. And Mishawaka with some work to do in the second half.
Bob will be back with our halftime coming up in a moment. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
For the many stages of your life, Girard Homes will take you full circle. Whether you're building your first home, need more home for your growing family, or want to downsize, Girard Homes will customize to fit your individual lifestyle with attention to every detail that only 25 years of experience can bring. So whatever stage of life you're in, call Girard Homes at 258-5084 and discover the natural beauty of a Girard home. That's 258-5084.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the bathroom is?
Oh, here's your free checking account.
But I just came in to use the bathroom.
Oh, right you are.
And there's all this small print.
That's a typo.
There's no hidden fees?
Now, hidden seems like such a strong word.
I don't understand.
Enjoy your free checking. Next.
The electrical workers, Local 153, realize the importance of combining classroom training and proficiency in the field. In recognition of outstanding achievement in the classroom as well as on the field or on the court, the electrical workers are proud to present the Student Athlete of the Week Awards. And once again, we have an outstanding duo. First of all, Neil Myers from Mishawaka High School is here. Neil, congratulations. We'll talk to you in a minute, but we always talk to the visitors first. And Corinne Michelski is here from Adams High School. Corinne, you're just a junior, and you've been honored by the athletic department. They thought that you deserved this award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You know, in athletics and academics, there's a lot of things that are similarities, including time management and discipline about getting your work done. How do you handle that, and what kind of priority do you have to give academics to get it done?
Well, it is tough with sports and academics, but as long as you have a disciplined motto for yourself and you have teachers and coaches and parents that help you out, you'll be fine. Just got to stay on track.
Let's say behind every one of our successful athletes, we find a mom and dad and a couple coaches making sure you're getting their work done first in the classroom.
Definitely.
What are your plans for the future? I know it's a little early to think about colleges for sure, but what do you want to study?
I'm not sure this time.
You would like to play softball, though, huh?
Soccer.
Soccer and softball. Well, you're playing 3 sports, so you can take your choice and whatever develops. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Corinne Michelski from Adams High School. Neil Myers is here from Mishawaka, involved in swimming as well as soccer. And Neil, again, those are 2 of the sports that, we talk about football and basketball a lot, but I don't know anybody works any harder than the swimmer.
It's tough. Maybe the wrestlers come close, but as far as getting up in the morning, I think the swimmers have it. Early mornings, that's all I have to say about swimming.
Well, I know they've given you great facilities here and great coaching, and academically they're also there to give you the best opportunity. Mishawaka's done a great job with that.
Yes, they have. The teachers, they understand student athletes, and we don't always have a lot of time, spare time on our hands, so they're understanding if we need some extra time to get an assignment done or a project.
That's great. Talk about your future. I know Rose Holman is one of the schools you mentioned, and right away everybody's eyes go wide. Man, this guy's got it done in the classroom, but that's a great opportunity.
Oh, I can't wait. I've been looking to Rose Holman, and they really want me. And it's a great opportunity, and Rose Holman's great.
I know Purdue's great too, and Coach Danaher would like you to go there, but he's always a Purdue fan. But congratulations on your success in the classroom and also in the pool and certainly on the soccer field.
Thank you.
All right, Neil Myers from Mishawaka and Corinne Michelski from Adams High School, our Student Athletes of the Week. We'll be back in just a moment. I want to thank the electrical workers, Local 153, for their support of our Student Athletes of the Week. Halftime stats and highlights coming right up. Stay with us.
Some kid is starting a pizza company using quality ingredients.
I'm so scared.
Some said a better pizza wouldn't catch on.
People love Papa John's.
Using their expensive sauce, they'll never last.
For 17 years, you've helped us prove that better ingredients make a better pizza. And to celebrate our 17th anniversary, we're offering you 2 large, 1-topping pizzas for only $12.99. It's our way of saying thanks to you. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
It's time to get into bed and finally get a great night's sleep on your new bed from Comfort Sleep. We'll make it easy with incredibly low prices, like queen-size Serta mattresses starting at $279, twin mattresses as low as $59, futon frames and mattresses just $69 each piece, and water beds from $199. With prices like these, what do you got to lose except more sleep? Comfort Sleep in the Town and Country Shopping Center and not on Grape Road.
We're back with you at Mishawaka High School at halftime, and I tell you what, senior night, maybe a little emotions coming out. They got to get their game face back on. The Cavemen trailing 28-10. Look at some of the highlights here in the first half. We did have some moments, and I'll tell you what, for the Mishawaka Cavemen, only 12 shots in the first half, hit just 4 of them. Defense was the key, and Kenny Love converting out the other end with the layup. And then the Cavemen again, just unable to come up with the score. It's the nicest combination they had in the first half. 8 threes with a bucket. But Kenny Love with 3 3-pointers in this game. Look at the shooting stats. Adams 11 of 22. Mishawaka only 12 shots. They hit just 4, 25%. Adams at 50. 3-point shooting, you would have expected Mishawaka to dominate. Look at Adams, 4 7, 57%. Free throw shooting has been a big factor. Rebounds favor Adams, and the turnover battle also favors Adams. And Mishawaka with 7 turnovers. So one of the reasons for the low amount of shots, the turnovers, and also the rebounding differential, and that's what's got Adams on top here, 11-22. Adams had a good first half, not a great one, but Mishawaka just needs to find some offense. Time now for us to turn our attention to our band members of the week, and our thanks to Blessing Music Company. They've been blessing Michiana's families' lives with music for over 80 years. Blessing Music Company offers instrument rentals, sales, service, and repairs. Look to Blessing Music Company for all your musicians' needs with 3 locations in South Bend, Elkhart, and Fort Wayne. Proud sponsors of the Band Member of the Week, blessing the world with music. It's Blessing Music Company. Tonight we want to honor a couple of fine members of their bands. First of all, from Adams High School, Aaron Feinstein plays the clarinet and the sax. Outstanding contributor to the effort there at Adams High School. And from Mishawaka, we want to congratulate Kelly Lang, who's a flautist. She's in the band down there tonight, the jazz band from Mishawaka. Doing a nice job. We had a chance to meet her before the game. Outstanding contributor to the band there at Mishawaka High School. And again, our thanks to Blessing Music Company, blessing the world with music. It's Blessing Music Company. We'll take a break and come back with second half action. Mishawaka with work to do. We'll be right back.
Bless the world with music. I got a tune inside my head.
The Blessing Music Company has been serving the needs of Michiana school music programs, directors, and student musicians for over 80 years, featuring a full line of band and orchestra instruments while offering outstanding sales and service. They also rent instruments. Call today, 219-293-6332. Blessing Music Company with 3 locations, South Bend, Elkhart, and Fort Wayne.
Blessing Music Company.
Control of your future as a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. We're more than a bank. We offer consistently lower interest rates on loans and knowledgeable financial advice you won't find elsewhere. Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. You can bank on us to be better.
Back with you at the Cave at Mishawaka, just underway. Partner, the Cavemen with a hill in front of them, but time to get it done.
18 points down is quite a bit to overcome, but you got to start somewhere, don't you? Clint Morrow with a nice spin move. He has 6 points, and Morrow, who leads this team in scoring, takes the lead here to open up the second half. Morrow. Bob, interesting with Adams having won 2 of their last 3 games, and then coming out looking as strong as they have here so far tonight. Momentum seems to be on their side, and that couldn't be better for Pat King with the sectionals coming up. Adams coughs it up, and on the other end a foul, and Mishawaka will go to the line.
Adams with a turnover. Shot attempt by Joseph came off a little bit too strong, but Clinton Morrow was there for the putback try, and now go to the free throw line. The first half he hit 2 out of 2. Folks, from low mortgage interest rates to local loan servicing, home buyers benefit from the locally owned advantage available at First Federal Savings Bank, 2113 North Michigan in Plymouth, and St. Andrews Plaza in Mishawaka. First Federal Savings Bank is an equal housing lender.
Morrow, who made 2 straight free throws in the first half, misses on a couple of attempts here in the first few minutes of the second half, and Love right back where he left off. Love with 13 first half points, now with 15, and he's A smooth customer. And Love gets a little bit too much of Morrow, who picks himself up off the floor.
Number 1 on Love, first in the team in the second half, and look at Clint Morrow going aggressively to the hoop. Love just trying to make sure it doesn't get in there. So Clint Morrow at the line. There's Pat King with his Eagle tie on tonight. Rob Berger and the Mishawaka Caveman. And there's Clint Morrow back on track.
(30-13). And another free throw is good for Morrow. Now a 16-point margin. It is not a lead, Bob, that is insurmountable. And Mishawaka playing at home here just needs to get a little bit back at a time. You got plenty of time. Stranger things have happened.
Well, let's see if Mishawaka can put enough pressure on him to force the issue. Kenny Love certainly has a license to shoot when he wants to, but fewer possessions, the bigger your lead, and Adams trying to be patient here in the second half.
This is Booker in the lane. Jump shot is no good. Rebound cleared by Spivey. Steve Spivey's got to get into the flow a little bit more. He had a couple of first half points.
Mishawaka certainly picked up on the boards after a tough first half.
Spivey, nice move to the hoop. Steve Spivey. And a timeout for Pat King. So Adams sensing that, boy, Mishawaka wants to get back into this thing in a hurry. Cavemen trailing by 14. A timeout. Back in a moment on the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Discovered the natural beauty of a Girard home. With over 25 years of experience, Girard Homes has established itself as one of the outstanding builders in the Michiana area for 3 good reasons: quality, value, and service. Their reputation is built firmly upon the principle that customer satisfaction is the highest priority. A Girard home doesn't have to be expensive. They'll build your home to fit your budget in Michigan or Indiana. Make your next home a Girard home.
Thanks.
Tonight's TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by First Source Bank, your partners from the first. And the big thing is they've got answers for all your banking questions. Don't have to call out of town. Give it to you right here. First Source Bank, your partners from the first. Mishawaka off to a better start, partner. 14-point deficit. Got to tear it down a little bit at a time. If they can be in single figures going in the fourth quarter, that wouldn't be a bad thing. But Adams doing a good job as well.
And this man here, Bobby, with a red-hot hand. Kevin Hill effective in that first half, and he has 3 second-half points now and a 33-16 lead for Adams.
Well, Clint Morrow's been able to get it going a little bit here in the second half. Let's see if they try to get it to him again.
Blasco on the inside-out game. Blasco now inside. Morrow strong to the basket. Clint Morrow now with 3 2-point field goals on the night, 9 points. And it's out of bounds to Mishawaka.
Another turnover on Adams. They now have 5. Folks, serving Michiana for over 39 years, Trophies Unlimited offers a complete line of trophies, plaques, ribbons, awards, and certificates for your school or business. Whatever the need, whatever the occasion, count on Trophies Unlimited to commemorate it with style. Trophies Unlimited on Lincoln Way West in Osceola.
Morrow with a hot hand. Cut off. Spivey's jump shot is good. Well, Mishawaka in a groove right now. It's got to feel good if you're head coach Rob Berger. A 13-point lead for Adams. Mishawaka creeping back into this thing.
Spivey and Morrow, a couple of seniors, and they don't want to go out with a loss. Certainly don't want to go out with a one-sided loss.
Last touch by Adams.
Folks, communication is your most important business tool. Every missed phone call or page can cost you money. ProCalls is a family-owned and operated 24-hour answering service you can trust. ProCalls live operators will make sure you never miss another important message. Call Pro Calls today at 1-888-513-8080. Pro Calls, your personal business partner.
Well, nothing much has changed on the inside. Adams still collapsing on Mishawaka and causing some problems right there again. Cavemen coming out more effective with their outside shooting, and that's been the difference so far here in the second half.
Again, Kenny Love taking some time. He's going to try to go one-on-one. A little isolation going against Trent Morrow, who's one of the best defenders for Mishawaka.
I like that idea by Adams. The attention on Morrow. Hill, the jump shot. Now Spivey on the other end. And Spivey with 2 more, and it's an 11-point ball game.
33-22 to score. And Rob Berger wanted to be in single figures by the 4th quarter. He'd take an even smaller deficit if he can get it.
18-point halftime margin is now 11.
Now, thanks to Bruno's for feeding our crew tonight. The news store is on 331 South of Mishawaka, just across from Myers. They fed our crew tonight, did a great job, and we appreciate it very much. Bruno's Pizza.
Offensive rebound for Adams.
I don't know, Mishawaka is expecting every shot Kenny Love takes to go in. They don't seem to be getting on the boards, and resulted in a second opportunity again.
Yeah, a lot of good second and third opportunities so far tonight for Adams.
Eagles seem to be willing to run a little clock here. Moore taking that challenge with Love.
Now a double team.
Don't have to shoot.
Scales looked like he wanted to pass inside. He had man open under the basket, and kind of an indecision out there by Scales. Fortunately for Adams, last touch by Mishawaka.
Looks like maybe Bolden might have got a finger on that one, but Pat King going to come over and say, well, where does it say we got to shoot? Good defense in that sequence by the Cavemen. With a good trap.
Oh my. Nice looking attempt by Bolden. Came up a little bit short, and the Cavemen with a chance to knock it down into single digits. That lead 11 right now for Adams, but being threatened.
Joseph is double teamed. Bunnisman is open. They leave him open. He'll take it.
What a look by Bunnisman. My goodness, that was a great drive. The penetration, the dish to Spivey, and a timeout. Pat King wants to talk things over again. The second Adams timeout here in the period. And it's a 9-point Adams lead. 33-24. Back in a moment on the TV 46 high school basketball game of the week.
Ron's McKinley Marathon on the corner of Ironwood and McKinley is your neighborhood gas station. Offering more than just quality fuel for your car, they have full and self-serve islands, a service garage with qualified technicians, and complete towing services. Check out the cold sodas, great snacks, and friendly staff waiting to serve you. Marathon is an American company serving America, and at Ron's McKinley Marathon, they're serving Michiana. Family owned and operated. They're your neighborhood gas station. Ron's McKinley Marathon. Call them at 234-9565 for service you deserve.
TV 46 high school basketball game of the week this week being brought to you in part by Teachers Credit Union. Need money, make money, manage money. Call TCU today. Teachers Credit Union, proud supporter of high school sports. Well, the Mishawaka Cavemen have invested in defense in this second half, and they're getting some dividends. Good hustle by Phil Blasco.
Bob, it would be very, very hard, I would think, to keep a senior-led team down by as many points as what Adams had going for them in the first half. Boy, Mishawaka charging back. Spivey with 10 points, 8 so far in the third period.
Well, it took Mishawaka 6 minutes to score 14 points. It took them 16 minutes in the first half to score 10 points. So they certainly found a way to get on that board.
Minute and a half left to go in the third period. A double team.
Mishawaka having some success with the trap. Getting the younger players trapped and trying to get them to give up the ball.
Adams going inside effectively for Brandon Hull. Hull with a nice pass from Huddleston. And the lead back up to double digits. 35-24. Adams, a minute left to go in the third period. Blasco fouled and it won't drop.
Hull has his third. Blasco will go to the line. Cut it back to a 9-point lead again. Watch the nice entry pass there from Muddisman. Blasco gets Hull in the air and cashes in. Almost got it to go. Folks, you can get great gas with great service at two great locations. Visit both Ron's Marathons today. One on the corner of McKinley and Ironwood in South Bend, and the other at the corner of McKinley and Bittersweet in Mishawaka. It's the same name you've always trusted, family owned and operated. Call their South Bend location today to make an appointment to have your car winterized or maybe even get ready for the spring. 234-9565, the number to call. Ron's Marathons.
Blasco with his first points. Held scoreless in the first half. 35-26. Adams on top.
Blasco was
senior night.
Blasco was 0 for 3 in the first half, partner. All three came from out top. You need him down there, down low on the baseline.
Love misses. Huddleston. 2 attempts there and a foul. Boy, Huddleston really hammering on the boards. Duran with a nice job. And he has been one of those counters to Blasco down low.
You know, we're not able to keep a stat on offensive rebounds, but boy, Adams has had a bunch of them tonight. A lot of second and third chances. Well, congratulate our award winners at halftime again, our student athletes, Neil Myers and Corinne Michalski. Chances are, folks, if there's a trophy in your home, like the plaques we handed out tonight, they came from Hoosier Trophies. Hoosier Trophies is Michiana's choice for commemorative items of all types, plaques, trophies, medals, and engravings. Hoosier Trophies offers corporate recognition items from all price ranges and styles. So when you want it to be remembered, remember Hoosier Trophies. They're on Portage just south of Cleveland in South Bend.
10-point Adams lead. 30 seconds remaining in the third period. Mishawaka with a win here tonight would go above 500. Into the corner. Morrow back out to Buddisman. Cross court. Joseph pulls up. Jump shot. Good.
Yeah, they could use some help from Joseph. That's his first points of the night.
36-28, and at the buzzer, a little bit short. And that brings to a close the third period from Mishawaka High School. Well, Cavemen made up some ground, and they're in position now, down by 8. We'll be back in a moment. Stick around, won't you? You're watching the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Why choose a union electrician? Years of intense learning and in-depth classroom instruction. Thousands of hours of on-the-job training and apprenticeships. And why? So that you can feel secure that your electrical and voice data video project is done right, on time, the first time. Call the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 153. We're making our community brighter.
Hoosier Trophies. Hoosier Trophies, when winning seems like everything. Hoosier Trophies, the award experts.
Tonight's TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Electrical Workers, Local 153, who presented our Student Athlete of the Week awards. They know how important it is to get it done in the classroom and in the field. That's how they do it. IBEW, Local 153. the electrical workers. What a difference in the third quarter. Mishawaka 7 of 8 from the field, makes them 11 of 20 for the game, over 50%. Adams had shot 50% in the first half, 3 of 11 in the third quarter. They've got down to 14 of 33 now, well below that 50-point mark. And well, Mishawaka made a great run. They got to make sure they got some gas left in.
Working hard on defense. And a killer three for Werntz. Werntz, his second tray of the night. That is huge for Adams. An 11-point lead.
Both of them were big. Werntz, a good role player, doing a nice job.
Glasgow, no good. Hill goes up for it and crashes down to the floor.
Tony Morrow with the foul over the back. Folks, you could pay thousands of dollars going to the dealership, or you could go to European Auto and save. European Auto is located on the corner of Mishawaka Avenue and Cedar, Mishawaka. Call them at 255-4866 and ask Rick how much you can save at European Auto. The number 255-4866.
Wow, some really good recognition on the floor for Adams right now. Sensing the pressure from Mishawaka. A great job by Bolden, who connects, and he has 7 points, and the lead back up to 13.
In a hurry.
In a hurry.
Pat King asked his team during that timeout between quarters, do you want to keep from losing or do you want to win? There's a big difference.
Yep. Ooh, Glasgow could not hang on. The bullet pass from Morrow and a turnover against the Cavemen.
Substitution. Spivey, who was 4 out of 4 in that third quarter, checks back in. Schindler Richard Insurance Agency, the oldest insurance agency in Indiana, has been protecting everything you care about for over 130 years. Located in downtown Mishawaka, Mike and Joe Richard are ready to serve you. Call them today at 255-4784. That's 255-4784.
Bob, you're seeing a sophomore right now that is totally igniting this Adams team in the second half. Werntz with total of 9 points on all three-point shots. 2 of them here in the second half. And we're back up to a 16-point lead for the Eagles. We'll be back in a moment on the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Why choose a union electrician? More instruction and education. Thousands more hours on the job experience. And years more apprenticeship and journeyman training mean your electrical and voice data video project is done right, on time, the first time. That's why. Call the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 153. We're making our communities brighter.
Well, some big buckets for the Adams Eagles from that young man. An outstanding sophomore knocking it down. That's Ryan Werntz, 6'2", sophomore. And I'll tell you what, he had another one earlier. He has 9 points, 3 3-pointers, and he's put Adams back on top by 16.
Bob, not only has it been the sophomore Werntz, but also Kevin Hill, a sophomore. Hill with 7 points for Pat King, and those 2 sophomores, exciting. And Hill comes up with a loose ball.
I'll tell you what, Adams doing it on the defensive end again there. Pat King was talking to me before the game, said, you know, one of the problems we've had is finishing. We've had some leads. We've been in good shape, and I think he felt he was maybe going to let one get away again tonight. But now we've got a 5-second call against Adams, dribbling too long.
Well, Pat King doesn't agree with that. You don't see that call very often.
No, that's close guarding, but it looked like there was separation a couple times. Rob Berger saying, hey, somebody hit a 3. Imagine we could hear that from all the way up here. Somebody hit a 3.
Joseph. Block. Nice job. Huddleston with a block.
Well, Mishawaka has yet to hit a 3-pointer in this game. And we thought that was one of their big weapons coming in. And so did Pat King, so obviously the defense has been designed to handle that.
Some good distribution of points for Adams. And hustling on defense. You know, that good defense many times creates the offense, and that has been the case tonight for the Eagles.
Mishawaka has to really gotten forced to play.
Shot off the mark. Look at the hustle out there. Comes up loose. Wertz has it.
Nice job getting rid of it.
Slow things down a bit. 5 minutes to go in the game.
Mishawaka got to put somebody at that free throw line. They don't want it to be Love.
Oh my!
Get the highlight reel.
That is a highlight reel for sure. And a jump ball. Clint Morrow thinking that he might have been fouled. And a jump ball back to the Cavemen.
Wow. Folks, Caldwell Banker and Dennis Harper, the only two names you need to know in buying or selling your home in Michiana. With over 15 years of home building and selling experience, Dennis Harper makes buying and selling your home simple and painless. When looking for a new home or wanting to sell your current one, it's Caldwell Banker and Dennis Harper. Partner, we got a big weekend coming up. Girls basketball tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Right now we got a timeout. Mishawaka and Adams, the Eagles on top by 18.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the bathroom is?
Oh, here's your free checking account.
But I just came in to use the bathroom.
Oh, right you are.
And there's all this small print.
That's a typo.
There's no hidden fees?
Now, hidden seems like such a strong word.
I don't understand.
Enjoy your free checking. Next.
Well, we're back with our high school game of the week, and on Saturday at 11 p.m. next week, 9 a.m. on Friday, or 11 p.m. on Friday, 9 a.m. on Saturday. Northridge and Washington is our game of the week next week. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll have girls regional action. Penn against Riley. Should be a dandy. And we'll have it for you at 11 o'clock Saturday night. Riley and Penn should be a great one in the regional. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I might go to that one, Bob.
You better. Counting on you, partner.
Well, March Madness here in February for us. We enjoy these high school games, and we're seeing a pretty good one here. A great first half by Adams. A wonderful third period by Mishawaka. And just when Mishawaka looked like they had a little something going, Adams with a good job to get it back here in the fourth period.
Mishawaka gets the foul call, but they're not in the bonus situation yet. Just a second. 2 fouls on Mishawaka, 4 on Adams.
Missed shot by DeFries.
We're going to have to put him at the line pretty quick here.
Yeah. They'll lead back to 18 points. That's where it was at halftime. Well, Adams has shown us tonight that you can't spend too much time worrying about Love. When you begin doing that, you're going to get hurt in so many other areas, primarily on the perimeter. Wertz and Hill, two sophomores with 4 triples between them and a jump ball.
And this one goes to Mishawaka. Pat King had said, hey, my guy was trying to signal a timeout. The official said no. And he said last time the possession went to Mishawaka, this time it should be ours, and he's right. They changed it. Folks, Maury Coker, the crew from Pats want to wish both teams good luck and hope for a great game tonight. Maury knows the key to success is hard work and dedication. Not only does this apply to basketball, but also to fine dining. For quality food, great service, and daily lunch specials, stop in. Pats is located at the corner of 4th and Smith Streets in Mishawaka.
Adams without Love. Huddleston misses. And the ball comes out to Wertz. And Adams will reload.
That's a good foul. Finally, they're able to get a stop and play. And when you look at the Adams free throw percentage on the season, hard to pick a guy and say, well, this guy's definitely a weak free throw shooter, but Lee Booker, number 4, is just 67% on the season. Love is 70%, Matt Hall 75%. Kevin Hill just 50%, he's only shot 4 of them.
And a whistle against Mishawaka. 3:09 left to go.
Bolden just 60% from the line, so we'll see. Folks, if you're looking for a friend in the car business, Bennett Motor Company across from Zolman Tire McKinley is your answer. The family-owned Bennett Motor Company has been servicing the Michiana community since 1994 and are proud to be a part of the game of the week. They're proud to be part of the community. Stop by Bennett Motor Company.
Love back into the game. And it triggers long to Wirtz. 3 minutes to go.
Some pushing and shoving going on. Holding. Nate DeFreeze called for holding against the big guy inside who's holding on Ron Huddleston. Vintage Homes is proud to be a sponsor of the high school game of the week. Remember, whether you're pursuing your dreams on or off the court, teamwork, dedication, follow-up, and service will be your foundation. Vintage Homes prides themselves on quality new home construction and service beyond compare. When you're in need of a quality built new home, we hope you'll remember Vintage Homes. Give them a call at 299-1919. That's 299-1919. Vintage Homes.
Flint Morrow with a really nice attempt along the baseline. Could not get it. It's out of bounds to Adams with 2:55 left to go here in regulation on senior night.
Squad Second Precinct has daily lunch specials such as spaghetti Monday and fish on Friday, not to mention the infamous Squad Burger any day you want it. The half-pound wonder of satisfaction, as it's known. Squad Second Precinct is located at 502 West 6th Street, Mishawaka, the corner of 6th and West. The Squadroni family, proud to be part of the game of the week.
You don't think they were a little busy last night, do you?
Oh, absolutely. Busy tonight with their famous baked catfish.
Whoops. That's one of the few true turnovers tonight for Adams.
It really is. The Eagles guilty now of just their 6th turnover.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's a lot of pressure on them, too. I want to thank Marcia McClure and Just Corp Mortgage Company. They like to wish both squads good luck tonight. Think of Marcia for your home financing needs. Marcia McClure simplifies the mortgage experience for you. Just Corp Mortgage, 271-9400. That's 271-9400.
Well, DeFreeze caught up there a little bit with some pressure and tried to release into the foot of Adams. Mishawaka has it back with 2:31 left. Well, we told you these two teams typically under 60 points on the average as Spivey cuts to the hoop and is fouled. And boy, Mishawaka is going to be well below their 56-point average on the season.
And still without a three-pointer. If I'd have told you that single fact going in, they're not going to get a three-pointer, you'd have said we're going to be in trouble tonight.
Yep.
Give credit to Adams. They had a good defense, kind of ran a T out there on top, so they had a double team opportunity almost every time on a three-point shot.
Buttesman misses, and it's off the hands of the Eagles.
Might be their first second chance tonight. Speaking of second chances, folks, if you didn't go to Bruno's on the way to the game, you got to go on the way home. The standard for pizza in Michiana is still Bruno's. Visit the original Bruno's on Prairie at Olive for their daily lunch and dinner buffets. Bruno's now has 5 locations to serve you fast, including Bittersweet Road in Granger and at 331 South of Mishawaka across from Myers. Bruno's, great pizza as it's always been.
Spivey gets it back, and it's stripped away. And the whistle, I believe, is on Marcus Bolden. And a personal foul stops the clock with 2:04 left to go.
Mishawaka getting a few second chances here in the closing moments, but weren't getting many of them when it mattered early on. Look at Nate DeFreeze battling. A nice pass to Spivey and a reach-in foul. Just the 6th foul now on Adams. Next time Mishawaka's in the bonus.
Boy, just nothing's dropping tonight from outside for Mishawaka, with maybe the exception of that third period, which we thought they might be able to get back into this game. In fact, they did, trailing by just 8 going into the 4th period.
Yeah, they spent a lot of juice making that comeback.
Lots of juice. Love decides against penetrating.
It's a heads-up kid, isn't it?
Yeah, smart play.
Pat King got to feel pretty comfortable. His young kids are really playing well.
And a whistle. DeFreeze picks up the personal, his second.
I'm going to have to bring that kid over to my camp this summer, Ryan Wirtz. eating camp. Bring the Bob Nagel eating camp. We'll get him bulked up.
Yeah, you could do a good job on him.
Boy, this kid's impressive.
Very impressive. That's such a nice, soft touch. Now with 10 points and 3 3-point shots and a free throw so far.
Communication is your most important business tool. Every missed phone call or page can cost you money. ProCalls is a family-owned and operated 24-hour answering service you can trust. ProCalls live operators will make sure you never miss another important message. Call ProCalls today at 1-888-513-8080. ProCalls, your personal business partner. Speaking of communication, how about the job that young man did tonight?
Ryan Wirtz out of the game with 11 points. Matthew Hall, a 5'9" junior, in the game for the first time for Adams. Eagles on top by 20 points with 1:20 left to go.
Caveman looking for help.
As Anderson in the game for Mishawaka coughs it up.
Anderson with some fresh legs as they try to get some more defense in there. The foul call on Bunnisman. That's number 7 against Mishawaka. So both teams now in the bonus situation. Congratulations again to our band members of the week. Outstanding couple of participants, including Aaron Feinstein from Adams and Kelly Lang from Mishawaka. That beautiful trophy presented to them by the folks from Trophies Unlimited. Serving Michiana for over 39 years, Trophies Unlimited offers a complete line of trophies, plaques, ribbons, awards, and certificates for your school or business. Whatever the need, whatever the occasion, count on Trophies Unlimited to commemorate it with style. Trophies Unlimited is on Lickaway West in Osceola. And guess what? They get their power back now.
That's always comforting, huh?
A little trouble last week. A lot of people had trouble.
And Mishawaka continuing to have some trouble. They've got the ball back, though, but not a lot of time left. 1:04 remaining, trailing by 21. Bunnisman, too hard against the glass, out of bounds to the Cavemen.
I want to see Bunnisman shoot a 3. Somebody got to get one.
Tipped out by the Eagles.
Folks, from low mortgage interest rates to local loan servicing, home buyers benefit from the locally owned Advantage, available at First Federal Savings Bank, 2113 North Michigan in Plymouth, at St. Andrews Plaza in Mishawaka. First Federal Savings Bank is an equal housing lender.
Well, Spivey left alone under the basket. He's had a strong second half. In double figures now, 40 seconds left to go, a 19-point Eagles lead here from the Cave. You look over at that Eagles bench, and you see just a handful of substitutes, rather thin in terms of guys off the bench, but boy, sometimes that's an advantage. You get some chemistry going, and Adams certainly has had it tonight. Look at that teamwork. Outstanding. I am impressed, Bob. As we said earlier, this Eagles team having won 2 of their last 3 coming in here, and they're going to make it 3 out of the last 4. And a missed shot. And that will do it.
Will do it.
Impressive. 51-30. Mishawaka losing to take their record on the season now to 9 wins and 10 losses. With the win, the Eagles move to 7-11 and a game up now in conference play, 4 wins and 3 losses.
Well, when you're down by a bunch at halftime, and Mishawaka was, they actually doubled their point total in the second half from what they had in the first half. Unfortunately, they only had 10 points in the first half. Adams did a good job, but I thought the start of the fourth quarter was crucial. Pat King got his young team together and said, do you want to try not to lose? Do you want to try to win? And the kids went out and got it done. And of course, some impressive players. Kenny Love was impressive early, and you can't say enough about the job that Brandon Hall did inside. And Ryan Wirtz with his 3-pointers was outstanding. And I want to congratulate Pat King and thank the athletic directors at both schools. And say congratulations to John Danaher on a great career partner. He's been a great help to us, and we appreciate it. We wish him well on the golf course, because I know that's where he'll be next year.
You think so? I would probably agree with you tonight. Kenny Love, 17 points to lead the way for the Eagles. 11 for Wirtz, 10 for Bolden. Spivey leading the way with a dozen for Mishawaka. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game. Adams on top with the win, 51-30. And Robert, we're going to be around again tomorrow night, aren't we?
Yes, we will. 11 o'clock Saturday night. Girls regional action. Thanks to Bob Schultz, our producer-director tonight, all of our great crew. Again, thanks to Bruno's Pizza, who fed these guys tonight and did a great job. Doug Bullard on sound. Everybody, thank you very much for your efforts. We'll see you tomorrow. And we'll be with you 11 o'clock Saturday night with Penn against Riley in girls regional action. Don't miss it. And next week, Northridge and Washington. Partner, we're going to be busy. It's that time of year.
It's fun, isn't it? Wasn't too fun for Mishawaka. Adams 51-30 tonight. For Bob Schultz and our crew, Bob Nagel, this is Craig Wallen. Until tomorrow night. So long, everybody.